KTG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand,
And it's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, virtual cue in your shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. The games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
Tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top over here to you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, I from the chill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, I from the chill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the quarterback to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Cornerback to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune or luck, but skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, how sad, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Well, at the moment, we've got no Tommy either. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, or whatever time of day it is. Welcome back to VP4TV. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. We do have a round 3 match scheduled right now. It's due to start in 5 minutes between Cobra from the UK, Tommyy representing Germany. That's the match that we have scheduled. We're still waiting Tommyy. I think he does have the habit of, when he does show up, coming in at the last minute. However, this is not the only match scheduled tonight. In 35 minutes' time, One Pocket Slim, what the hell happened here? One Pocket Slim is lined up for the MC_Clarkey match against Wink at Me on the one loss side. That should be a good one. So that's due to go at the top of the hour. And that match will be streamed on One Pocket Slim's Twitch channel. We've got Larry and Rabbi all set for Tuesday evening at 7. I'll be there for that. That's me finished for a couple of days on Tuesday evening anyway, so that's fine. And then we'll get Albinari on the Thursday evening at 8 o'clock. So that's the schedule. The schedule does thin out as you get later in the tournament, of course. I had a chicken, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it a chicken macahani, a Tesco's finest? Nuked it in the microwave, quick dinner. It was lovely. I don't know what the hell spices they put in it, but it's absolutely delicious. The only problem is there's just not enough of it. But anyway, I enjoyed it. Welcome to Coldest Pillow. Welcome to anybody else that's watching. Now, Steve just messaged me to say that he was intending to join us, so I'll have a quick look and see if he's there. He isn't there yet. And he might not need to be here because, of course, it might be that we might have a no-show. I always get worried. See, the other thing I got worried about is the fact that if you look at Interchange X yesterday, Interchange X to me was the ideal example of how you should be in preparation for a match. He was in for an hour before his match started, getting plenty of table time, getting away to the table and all that sort of stuff. Players who turn up and they decide they're going to warm up while the match is going, by the time they're warmed up they could be 5 or 6 racks behind. I never like that. I always like to see somebody in getting practice. Cobra's been in and he's back in again. But Tommyy turning up cold, I don't think is good. Unless he's practicing offline. I don't believe that many players do, but who am I to know? Anyway, I'll have another quick tab out. He's still not there. So we just wait and see if Tommy's going to show up. That should be, that one loss side match with Matt and Wink at Me, that could go either way. Really could be a very good match to catch up on, and it might be the only match you're going to have. Time is 2 minutes to go before the room goes up. And I'll get my phone switched on to YouTube. That way I don't have to keep turning to look at the chat. Where are we? Right, get that. Get that done, that there. And that, and that, and that. Right, that's that set. In fact, you're the only one that's here. Coldest Pillow. Nobody else is saying a word. Right, I'm going to tab out one more time. And he's still not there. And neither is Tommyy. So we've got our fingers crossed, hoping he is going to show up. Just sort of leaves you hanging in the air. Welcome to Blind Hog. This time he's in. I don't know how long his attention span will last this time, but it usually doesn't last that long before he goes wandering, looking for the nearest trough. Right. Well, the good news is Tommy's arrived. Let's see if Mr. Chaplin has got himself into gear. Back in a second. I'm going to have to discipline this Mr. Chaplin. His timekeeping's pathetic. He's late again. The room is up. They're about to lag off. I'll wait until he comes into the room. I think Steve's again got his times mixed up. Anyway, here we go for a round 3 match, race to 17. Cobra has won the lag. Good luck to both players. Yeah, he'll come into the room that way, he'll know he's there. So, looks to be successful in the sense that he's got the 2 and 3 ball, but no shot in the 1. Now, can he thin cut this? And he's going the other way, trying to use the 7 and the 4 and the 10, and he's not quite got there. There he's arrived in the room now. Right, just be back in a sec. Yeah, I was just telling the guys, Steve, I'm going to have to discipline you. Your timekeeping's bloody awful, so it is.
You know, I forgot it was one.
And I told him that. I said, I bet he's cocked up the time because it's at an awkward time, 25 past the hour. Yeah, I knew that. Anyway, we do have a match. We're in the first rack, and we're half an hour away from that one-loss side match that Slim is covering on his channel as well. Oh, here he might have. Oh, no, I think he just scraped past the 5. If he bumped that 5, he was leaving that on.
Well, he left him the easy kick, and this is a kick you can get safe on. Well, he didn't, though. Almost. Yeah, I think this is an interesting match. Cobra's obviously the favorite. The thing that interests me is to see what Cobra does, because he's one of the players that understands how to improve his game. You know, he works on his weaknesses. I think Spectre Dawn needs Cobra as a coach, because Cobra has been able to address his weaknesses and really improve his game. And that's what Spectre Dawn needs to do. And I haven't seen Cobra play in a while, so I'm kind of interested to see how he does certain things.
Well, he's left us a wee bit short.
Yeah, that's just an execution mistake. But this isn't bad, because this is natural. Really, all you have to do is make this, and you're on the 6. He's short on the correct side.
Yeah, he's got it. Just a quick mention to those watching. There was an update to VP4 today. Not many of you bother looking at the support page, but the update was actually nothing to do really with us. It was to do with the tournament and the snooker handicap points being put into the tournament system.
Yeah, I think that's going to be good, because snooker's kind of is a type of game like straight pool, whereas the better player is always going to win unless you get some kind of significant handicap. I mean, you can't do it by game. If you do it by game, I mean, you could give the guy 4 games in a race to 5, and he's still going to lose if the other player is significantly better.
Mm-hmm. Welcome
the
to
points. The points will make it more fair. Yeah, I didn't bet on the Chiefs, Hogger, although I did think they were going to win. That was pretty ugly. Unfortunately, that was how a lot of Super Bowls have gone, where it's not a very good game. We've had some great ones, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, this is a solid start for Cobra. Wins the lag and breaks and runs out. Ideal start. Well,
So
this
he's
would
breaking close to the center.
yeah, this would be the ideal start in actual fact if you can get a follow-up. These are few and far between getting a follow-up, and of course he's came up dry.
Yeah, very good cue ball. I mean, the cue ball is perfect. Just
and he's actually got a wee bit lucky in the sense that he hasn't left a pot on. But if Tommyy can see this one ball full,
he's got to cut this a little thin to get by the 6 to get safe.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Where's the cue ball
He
going?
needed to hit that with a little speed and left English and try to get by the 6 and kill it. That was a little bit tricky there.
Yeah, that was. I mean, he had to get that wafer thin to avoid that scratch. So he's going to get an object lesson in getting punished when you make unforced errors. Cobra's the man to do that.
Yeah, cold to speed. The thing that a lot of people over there that haven't watched a lot of football, they don't get is, they say, oh, look at all these fat players and stuff. But the players in the NFL are very specialized. You've got guys that are super strong, super heavy, super fast. They're specialized for position. And those fat linemen, they wouldn't be playing in the NFL if they weren't also fat and quick. They can move pretty good.
Well, the problem will be how good. In fact, you know something? I'm thinking, looking at this 6 ball, the 5 ball goes past the 6, so I mean, he's got to play a nice little controlled shot to get on this 5. But what I'm thinking is, if he plays this 6 ball, he may well. I mean, this 7 ball is a good bank. Up and down. The fact that it's well off the rail gives him good judgment to get the line for the bank. I wonder whether he's going to be concerned about actually trying to get really good up by the. See, you've got to get up by the side pocket really to play this combo.
Well, I'd either play short side position or play the combo. So
I
either
think
way,
he'll play the bank. I mean, I'm looking at that, and I prefer the bank better than I do trying to get up onto that side pocket for the combo.
Yeah. He could do either. He's in better position to play the combo here. He may decide to play the bank. I mean,
well, the only other thing that's just bothered me there is the fact the 9 ball's sitting where it is, because you'd maybe want to nip the cue ball over that sort of side to get that bank.
Yeah, he's going to play the combo.
I think that's how good it is. That's not bad. That's not
very
bad.
Good.
Yeah, that's pretty much on the money. If you're confident enough with the control and touch with the cue ball, then you really should be getting onto that spot. And I don't think he could have played it much better.
Yeah, this is pretty simple. He can roll this one.
Yep. Looks as if it's came out not bad either. He's got a nice little angle. So the punishment is almost has almost been administered. And this is
Cobra makes good decisions, and he's one of the things he's done is he rolls a cue ball now more than he used to. He used to hit predominantly draw shots. He rolls the cue ball more, and I think that's made him better.
That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So there's an exhibition on how to punish your opponent with a bad unforced error and a reasonably flawless run out from Cobra. And that emphasises the point. 2-0.
Yeah, the safe Tommyy had, it wasn't a gimme safe, but it certainly wasn't something he should have scratched on.
No.
I mean, he needed to hit that with a lot more speed and get it to the long rail.
5 ball. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Well, that 9 ball needs to get out of the way. Well, it hasn't, but that won't matter. He's got an easy 1. He's got an easy 2. He's got a problem with the 3.
Yeah, I think he's got to go forward here. He could even go forward to the other side of the 2 if he wanted to, although I don't think he will. He may even just dink this and take the cut. I mean, with that 9-ball in the pocket, it's huge. The only problem is you could end up with a 2-ball on the rail. Yeah, he goes forward, which I think is smart because
this thing is going to be played absolutely stone dead weight, this 2-ball. This is just going to barely get the 9 and drop in the last breath.
Well, he's fine because the cue ball is going to come off the rail. So, you know,
Yeah,
even if the 2 wants to go to the end rail, he'll have a shot.
Yeah, the only danger was overhitting that and hooking behind the 4, but he stayed well away from it. So here's the problem, and he's got a nice little angle, I think, to come down the short side of this 3-ball.
Well, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I might even play this 4 rails, go behind. Well, maybe you can't get it 4 rails behind the 4. I take it back.
Well,
he's trying to go 2 rails. I liked that was the idea I had, what to go 4, but it wasn't going to work because the 4 ball was in the way. But I think that was a really good shot because he got on a line where it could have stopped in a lot of place for a lot of pockets.
Well, he's just going to try and finish pretty much on the rail here, I would think, to open up this angle to the 4.
Yeah, he's just going to roll this. Yeah, he's been very under control.
Well, of course, when it starts off like this, and you're Tommyy, whenever that opportunity comes, it doubles the pressure because he's got to make a mark to get started and off and running.
Well, that was a little thin. Almost missed that ball. Well, one of the things I want to see about Cobra is whether he takes any wild stub swings at the ball, because he's had a tendency to do that. You know, try to break balls out and go for the run out when he should just play safe. It's going to be interesting to see if he's kind of toned that down a little and is playing smarter. As long as you really keep under control and you don't do crazy stuff and make good decisions, you're going to be really hard to beat if you can, with Cobra's cue ball and his ball making abilities, if he plays the right way, he's going to be very difficult to beat.
I think he might play this 10 long, unless he wants to spin out. He's got, he can tweak it up the way I thought he could drop it stone dead, but either way, and it's 3-0. Well, Tommy's made one mistake, and look how much it's cost him. It's quite expensive, Tommyy.
Yeah, well, Cobra's playing the way you want to play. Very controlled, just not making mistakes. Really good decisions. Well, this is going to be a little challenging. I'm not sure he can get this to go up the rail, even if he puts a lot of English on it to the 3-ball. You could try to go up the rail and bump the 8 here with a lot of right English. The other option is to bring the cue ball out and try to play some kind of safety shot from the other side. Me personally, I'd probably hit this with a lot of right English and try to go up the rail and get a bump. I think, you can get the cue ball to move that direction up into the 8 or the 3, but you got to put a crap load of right English on it. It would be top right and a lot of right, and you don't have to hit it that hard. Now, he opted the other way, which is I'm going to get it out here where I can play safe. And he kind of rolled up a little bad on this. He could have been on either side of this, and he's kind of like dead on it. That's kind of
he can't get away from there. He can't get away from there.
Yeah, well, he could still play safe here, but it's a lot trickier.
Yeah. The problem is he wants to edge the left side of the 3, but the 8-ball's keeping the cue ball there.
Yeah. If he was a little further...
Oh, he's managed to avoid it. Yeah. He's managed to avoid it. That was tight.
I mean, he would have had to just hit it and stop if he was either a little further or a little shorter. So, that was just, this is all I got safe because, he's leaving a pretty easy kick and a kick you can make.
He's got to watch he doesn't get this too tight in the back. If he
goes that's a mistake I see everybody making is when they get the ball off the rail a little further, they're just not hitting, short enough on the rail. And it's kind of tricky. That's a tricky shot. You just got to practice it.
Well, this looks fairly straightforward. Cut the 3, pot it, bring the cue ball up onto the rail and play the combo. I don't see any problem here. Then, of course, it just depends on how exactly he finishes on this 4 ball.
Yeah, you got to make a decision on whether you're just going to. I think he'll just dink this. Yeah, he looks like he's going to hit it harder and take the 4 across. Nope, he didn't. Went in between. See, that's just the wrong speed. You either got to hit that really easy, or you got to blast it and get the 4 out of there.
I don't think he's doing anything with that.
Well, he may kick at this ball. He's not gonna. I don't know that that's a horrible shot in that situation. It's certainly not a really good play.
Well,
I mean, because you're giving a guy a chance to stick you on the 5 ball here, and that's what's going to happen.
That's well played. That's a good shot.
And that's from that weak safety. I mean, if the safety is weak enough, you might want to even consider kicking that 4 ball in, because it wasn't that hard a shot to kick in. I mean, I think people don't play safe enough. That was a time where maybe he shouldn't have. At least not that safety. He would have had to come up with something better than what he did.
Is that 10 ball in the way? Or 9 ball, I should say.
No, he can hit that. It's just tough to get safe on that hit.
Well, this is exactly the opportunity Tommyy wanted. He's got his reward, but now he has to deliver. And again, the table's good, and there's no reason he shouldn't be getting out here. That needs to slow up. It needs to slow up. He's gone to the ugly spot.
Well, it's pretty natural. All he's got to do is roll this and get it past the side pocket, or he could try to hold it. Either way, I mean, this is not a difficult situation. It's just, it's a shot that you could miss, but you shouldn't.
Well,
and there it is. You missed it. And this is tough if you're Tommyy. You're not getting a lot of chances, and you're not in rhythm. And this is the hardest thing about playing really good players, is you don't get to the table much, and when you make a mistake, they punish you. And
well, this is a sore one, because it was all hinged on that shape, going too square.
In my pool playing career, that was the hardest thing for me. To get past that was playing against people that didn't give me a lot of chances. Well, he's overhit this one. He can still draw this down. You go around the table or draw it down the rail. He's going to draw this.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like he may go straight across there.
He's got loads of room here. It's pretty comfortable at the moment for Cobra. Tommy's had 2 chances, that first rack, and then he had the chance there, and they've both gone south. Now, the first one cost him the 3 racks. How many is this costing him?
These better players, like a Cobra type player, if they play the right way, they have a chance to dominate against a guy like Tommyy. I mean, Tommy's a good player, but I mean, this could be 17-1, 17-2, and you go, well, how can somebody beat a player like Tommyy like that? Well, you just don't give them chances. You control the table. You don't give them chances. Well, now, I think the one thing that's going to stop this from being a real blowout like that is the fact that it's hard to make balls on the break. But if Cobra breaks well and plays like this, it could be really ugly for Tommyy.
Well, that's a 2 and 3 going again.
That shot's kind of tricky, because you got to miss the 10 and you got to get on the 4, and neither one of those is particularly easy to do. That's a smart play.
Well,
you
would
just
you
missed the
believe
ball.
that?
Well, that was happening because he's trying to get that 1 as thick as he can, so he can bump the 9, and he just didn't quite get in the pocket. I mean, he's hitting it into the side of the pocket there, to get as much of the 1 as possible.
Well, I mean, that 1 will go, but you've got to hit that really, really thin, or you'll catch that point.
Yeah, I think that shot's harder than easier than people think. I mean, it's like one of those shots that looks hard, and But if you're kind of used to visualizing it, I don't think it's that hard.
Well, you need to watch the extensions gone, so he's running out of time here.
He's deciding to play safe. Is he going to get safe? Not really. So if I'm Cobra, I'm probably cutting this to the left pocket, and the reason why is you can take the cue ball around down table. If you overcut it, you're probably safe. He's looking at other types of safeties. The reason why I'm saying cut it is because this there's no easy safety, and cutting it is also a way to get safe, and you can get the cue ball down and see the problem with that shot is there's no cover. I mean, you'd have to hit it exactly perfect speed to get any cover with a 6-ball. I mean, that is the standard safety, but there wasn't a lot of cover, so I would have cut that left and kind of aimed to overcut it. If I hit it too thick, you make it. If you don't, it comes off the end rail, and the cue ball's coming down here where it has a chance to get behind all these balls.
Well, Tommy's just said in the chat, can't control any power. Weird. Well, I've got a suggestion. My suggestion was what I said earlier on. Get yourself into a room, half an hour, 45 minutes before your match is due to start, and get some table time.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
It's important to get a feel for it.
You're turning up cold. I mean, this is one other thing as well. You turn up cold, you've no excuse now that you're 4-0 down. Now he's got a tough 5-ball as well, so he's overcutting that.
Yeah, and a lot of that's a 10-footer. Those shots on the 10-footer, the typical miss if you're not used to the 10-footer is overcut it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's been caught out. Well, good evening to Matt. Good luck in your match. I've immediately totally forgotten who Matt's playing. Wink at me, that's who it is.
Now he's got a choice here.
Well,
whether he holds it or goes around. I would go around.
Nip around the corner, loads of room behind the 7, back out. No, he's staying below it.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, especially in VP. In real life, you're less likely to want to have this shot. But in VP, it's rolling pretty straightforward.
Yeah, he's fine. Well, I mean, if we're going to be critical, there should be at least 2 racks in the board for Tommyy, but unfortunately for him, there isn't.
I agree with
2 opportunities.
You need to warm up. I mean, obviously the table doesn't change. You don't have to get a feel for the table. But, you need to get your stroke kind of working and get a feel for the speed. You need to kind of get your eyes used to the angles again, especially on the 10-footer.
Well, Wink at Me's got the right idea. He's maybe 10 minutes warm up, so Wink at Me's arrived, so there will be a match on at the top of the hour, and that will be on Slim's channel on Twitch, and I'll tune into that, and we'll have it in the background so we can have a little look at what's happening. So meanwhile, it's 5-0 to Cobra.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, but it obviously wasn't effective.
Well, unless Tommyy, I mean, again, if Tommyy, this is the point about, not being one-dimensional again. If you're not getting into the potting side of things, then what you need to try and do is get into the safety side of things and mess your opponent about. Try and do something to stem the tide.
Well, I mean, the only way you're going to beat a guy like Cobra is you got to be a run-out player. And Tommyy is not playing like a run-out player right now.
No, I've not watched any of the snooker at all, and I've probably got it on, what do you call it, Discovery Plus.
Very nice shot there by Cobra.
I just haven't had any time today to drop in and see what's happening. Now, Is he going to, deliver this 4-ball and come across the table, or is he just trying to hold it to come out into the table? He's got to
I
watch
think
his
it'll be a
line.
little soft draw.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
dragged
just like that.
dragged the pace off it again.
And he's very good at that shot, and that's a shot that will serve you well in these kind of rotation games.
Well,
And
again,
that's very
using the
nice.
head. See, that was a dead set combo, but rather than do that, he's had the angle just to play the little bump, put the 7 into play. And again, that's being switched on. That is autopilot, for Cobra, because, and for any decent player, things like that are autopilot, because you see the way the ball's lying, you see what the opportunity is to get on the 6. You shouldn't get into trouble, so you take the little bump just to take it away from that combo.
Yeah, well, so far he's been very much in control. I'm interested to see whether he can go the whole match completely in control, and I'm betting he can't, but I'd like to see him prove me wrong.
Well, I'm betting if he's more like that than not, Tommy's going to get blitzed here. He's going to get absolutely blitzed.
Oh yeah, I mean, even if he only does that once or twice, Tommy's going to be in trouble. But I think as a player, you got to try to play the same way every time. You can't be like, well, I'm going to play loose here because I'm playing Tommyy. You got to play the same way you would against Albin or Spectre or all the other guys that, are top guys in this tournament.
Well, Cobra's got that's twice that cue ball stopped right in the centre spot, Steve. You notice that?
Yeah, no, he's breaking very well. He did it
earlier on, and he did it right there as well. Okay.
Well, it's a huge advantage if you can do that, because what ends up happening is, oh, he's not going to get a rail. What ends up happening is, if you make a ball, you have a great chance of having a shot on a low ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's all percentages. I mean, you're not going to every time, obviously, but the higher that percentage, the better for you.
Well, the obvious thing there is that Tommyy didn't get anything from Cobra's mistake, so he's trying to duck.
And that's a pretty good play there. He's put him in a tough spot.
It would have been really good if he'd got right into that 9 and 8, but
it would have been. But this is pretty good. I don't think he can hit the 2 railer. The 7's in the way. You can try to hit this with a lot of right English, but it's tough. That was a reasonable attempt. So we'll see if he's going to try to put him back there.
Well, Tommy said practice, so now he's got ball in hand. He can get a better line to actually get better onto this 8 and 9. Let's see if he can get there. He's going for the 3 fouls.
I think it's hard to from this angle. I think he'll get behind him again, but I think it's very difficult to get locked on him.
Watch that 4 ball. That's the problem. Yeah. And he's going to be in trouble himself in a minute, I think. This might have backfired big time. Oh, it's a bit thin. I don't know whether he
may be able to shoot this.
He might be able to pot this, yeah. I think he might give it a go. And
if not, it's going to be just a dink.
Well, you think he's going to be unlucky that he's not going to have a shot in the 3, so he's just going to have to get the cue ball open. But again...
Yeah, it was just a little bit on the thin side there.
Yeah, a lot of players are doing that with they're cutting them away from the rail. But anyway, Tommy's got an opportunity, not exactly perfect. But, again, he's got to try and get around the corner clean here. Not unless he's trying to take evasive action. Yeah, that's all tough doing that. But again, it's another one of these players who sort of gets the cue in a sort of line and then jacks up and boom, he's hit the ball. And you can see how far he's missed that. And I don't think that...
no, this is a little tricky. This is a little tricky right here. See what he decides to do. Now, this is going to be tough. So he's going to have to spare this thing. It is doable. He's going to have to jack up and spare it. But
Yeah.
this is, this is a good shot to practice too. I mean, this shot comes up. The hardest part is just getting control of the cue ball line and speed is different here.
Yeah, it was tough.
Well, he didn't execute the easiest part of it, which was making the ball.
Well, that'll be a missed call. So I don't think that. Well, Tommy's got a shot, obviously, but the problem is this 6 ball, and he needs to go further than that, though. I think.
Yeah, the 7 ball's kind of in the way. I think he can still get long on that, go 3 rails and get long on that 6 ball, and that's what he's going to try, I believe. Oh, that's too short. Maybe sneak behind it. Well, that'll work.
Well, it'll do. He's just got to watch how far this cue ball starts leaking away to the right side, and he's got to watch that if he's worried about that he's not going to try and go to the rail and come back out, because that side pocket's no way doing that.
Well, the big thing here is getting position on the 7 so you can get behind this 8 and play safe.
Well,
You want to come down to near this corner pocket, and then you got a trivial safe.
Yeah, I think he's got to get himself right down this table here. I wouldn't be staying above this 8 ball. That's no good, I don't think.
No, not at all. I mean, it's the simplest safe in the world if you can get down behind it.
That needs to slow up. It's going to be hooked.
Low down ball.
He needs to slow up.
Yeah.
Well,
It wasn't easy to get it there. I mean, he's got a little dink safety. It's not going to be that effective, but that's all he's got. And he does a pretty good job of it.
That's a bloody good shot, anyway.
Yeah, the biggest problem here is this is a pretty easy kick safe. You roll this off the end rail into the 8 and bump it out and hook him on the 9. Obviously, you got to get the line right, but he's going to kick at this. I would be going the other way and trying to kick safe, but this really isn't unreasonable because
now, would you be trying to dead weight that kick safe in the 8 ball? Because you're really trying to keep the cue ball there, are you not?
Yeah, no, I'd be medium speed. You want to hit the long rail first. That's the easiest way to make this.
This is
It's
not
a big
bad.
target.
This is not bad. Well,
he may have he may not have given up a shot.
That does go. He can feather that and it'll go in. He's got to give it a good look though before he commits himself. No, in fact, even the more I look at it, the more I'm worried about it. That looks dodgy. That looks
I would
very dodgy.
Kick that harder, and you really want to go to the rail. He doesn't even try to hit it. Now, I think he'll try to kick this in.
Oh, he's got to.
There's not any kind of really great safe there.
Yeah, he's got to kick this in. And I mean, the other thing is he's going to kick it sort of dead weightish, I would think, because the 9 ball's sitting right there. He's going to be out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have been better if Tommyy had a blast at it.
Yeah. Well, I agreed with you. I thought that thing will go. I was kind of surprised you didn't shoot it.
Yeah, it was very, very touchy. You need to feather that edge to possibly get that to go in, but we'll never know. But I think he wishes he did have a go at it now, because the safety was no good, and it's 7-zip.
Well, you guys know I'm all for playing a lot of safeties, but you got to play something that's more going to leave a more difficult shot than that.
Now,
let's see his break again. He's been breaking very consistently. Look at that cue ball. I mean, that's beautiful. Yeah. That's just beautiful.
He's getting it to stop.
And he's got a pretty good combination here.
Slim's link went to.
He's going to have to overcut this quite a bit on this 1 ball. This is the kind of shot people miss thick because they don't realize how much you got to cut this 1 ball, because it's going to throw. The English on the 1 ball is going to throw the 9, plus the direction's going to throw it, and he hits it wonderfully. He knew how to hit it. See how much he cut that? The cue ball took off. Unfortunately for him, this is going to be tough. So he's got a shot here he can play, but it is going to be a tough one. Let's see what he decides to do. This is an aggressive shot. You're going to have to blast this thing, go 2 rails, and come down by the 6. Now, you don't have to blast it, but you got to hit it pretty hard. That's exactly the right idea, but you got to hit it harder. The reason I said blast is whenever I see a shot like that, I'm thinking, man, juice this, because there's some kill action on that cue ball, and you got to hit it harder than you think. I mean, he played the shot the right way, he just didn't hit it hard enough.
Yeah, the 4s. I was wondering whether the 4 went past the 10.
That's another not to the rail.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to be too cute there, Cobra. Now, let's say nothing about this visit from Tommyy. Let's say nothing. He's got to keep this flush though.
Well, I would expect Tommy's going to get out here. I mean, he's a pretty good player. He'd leave him this number of balls in the open, and he's usually going to run out.
He's a bit straight in this 6 ball. He's a bit too straight.
Well, you want to come back all the way to the end rail.
Yeah, well, he's going to end up. He's going to end up on top of it. Yeah.
Well, that was a little bit of bad luck, but he tried to cheat the pocket to make angle.
Yeah.
I was thinking. What I learned from watching Efren was when you get that shot where the cue ball is going to come down near the object ball on the rail, what you're doing is you're trying to drop back with some speed and come off the rail and leave yourself a cut. If you happen to hit the object ball, then maybe you come up with a shot. But you don't try to like play perfect speed position. You come back with speed off to go off the end rail. And if you ever watch Efren play and he gets that shot, that's what you're going to see him do.
This is another one that's going to hurt. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, not hit that well. So he's got some choices here. I think he may shoot the bank shot.
He might looking at it.
If you bank this the right way, you can play a 2-way shot where you play the bank and you play the hook with a 10, but it's a little tricky to do that. But he's close enough to the 8 ball, he might be able to. Just a real soft draw back. And that's what he's trying to do. So, and he didn't, that was a little tricky speed-wise. You had to hit it soft and get a lot of draw, but not hit the 8 ball too hard. And that was just a little too hard. He tried to play that two-way shot.
Well, this is tough as well, because you've got to get into the cue ball again just to get a hold of it, and that's very well played. Well, at last, Tommyy, and I'm not jinxing him here, he's going to get off the mark.
But I like the way Cobra is thinking. I mean, I like the fact he tried to play that 2-way shot there.
So, Tommy's breaking central as well. How's he jacking the cue up? He's keeping it fairly flat right at the moment. Just a slight angle.
Well, that's a pretty good break. He got the bump. And he's in good shape.
Now, is the 1 and 2 going this time? Yes, they have. He's got a shot in the 3. He's no problem with the 4. But again, he wants to have that angle in the 4. He really wants to go over the table here. Yeah, like that. I mean, that's a bit too straight, though. He would have ideally wanted to play that at that angle where he's just drawing up the rail for this 5 ball. Now, this is about controlling the draw. And that's a sort of stun draw. He just didn't get into it enough.
Well, he just didn't take any chances with it.
Yeah.
In the real life situation, the reason you want that angle is because you don't have to hit the ball so hard to get it to draw up. You can use the English off the rail. And, the more speed you put on the cue, the less likely the stroke's going to hold up. VP, you don't have that problem, but you still have the control problem. And there we go, missing a...
Trying to be cute to hold for the 6.
What do you call that? A sitter?
Yeah. And again, it's It's
Oh.
touchy to play that.
This is
And-
just inside and go back and forth, just like this. Did he hit it? And he got out there far enough. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cobra's been playing all the right shots. He's done very little wrong this set.
Ideally, he doesn't want to be dead straight.
Yeah,
Got a slight angle.
that's not wonderful, but he can go forward with this. He just gonna kind of snap hit this and go straight forward with center ball. And he's gonna put a little bit of English on it.
Yeah, just to bring it out. Don't want to nail to the rail, but he's probably going to jack up and just dig
really
in.
under control.
I think he's going to come back a wee bit, yeah.
Well, it seems like it sometimes, Hogger.
Back out into the middle of the table. And it's going to be 8-1. Let's have a quick look and see how things are going. Let me just get that to the full screen. Well, it's 1-0 to who's at the bottom of the HUD? Is it Wink at me? What the hell Slim got in his head? What's he got in his head? A bandana or something? Still can't see the score on this bloody internal browser, by the way, because every time something moves, the title comes up above the bloody HUD. And I can't see it. But somebody's up 1-0 and I just can't see who's in the HUD. Anyway, there we go. It is Wink at me that's up 1-0. So, long way to go in that.
Yep. And I don't know what happened here. Did Cobra not make a ball? Must not have. So he'll do a little bump on the 3 here. And the 5 ball is really the, getting on the 5 is
getting on the 4
a little tricky.
My concern here, by the way. I don't like this.
No, this should be pretty easy. You just slide behind the 9 ball. Getting on the 5, and especially on a way where you can come down for the 6, is trickier.
That was one reason I didn't like the way he was.
Well, he should have just slid it down the rail. I'm not sure why he went that way.
Yep, and he can't pour it.
Well,
he can
I'm
only.
not sure he can make this.
No, he's got to miss the double kiss here. He's trying to come back up the table and get that along the short rail.
Well, that was a pretty good shot there.
That'll do.
Yeah, and this is a little tricky getting safe on this because of the 7 ball. You could try to just thin it and get him on the 5 or 6. There's not a lot here. I think that's what he's probably going to try, is thin it and try to get him on the 5 and 6.
Yeah, but at distances are always very, very difficult to judge.
Yeah. Now he hit that with more speed. He hit that with more speed, but he came out with something. Except this is a very easy shot to kick in.
Yeah, just chip the edge.
And the trick here is it's not making the ball; it's getting the shot on the 5. And really, the only thing that would prevent him is the 6 or the 9. You just got to get the speed right, and you got to hit enough up the rail though. And he did. It looks like he's going to have a shot.
That'll do. So far, so good.
Yeah, unfortunately, where the 9 is blocks the 6, so he's going to have to do something here. I think he'll go forward off the end rail and come up and shoot the 6 on the side. Nope, he's going to go backwards. Try to come across.
Well, he's got a shot. Again, it's tough because of where the 7 is.
Yeah, this is the kind of shot that I see people miss a lot in VP, but I don't think this is a hard shot. You just draw on some left English, and he just didn't draw the ball. But he's
Well,
okay.
he's certainly got the angle to get up for the 8. But again, he's just got to watch where the line of this cue ball goes.
Where's the cue ball going?
Okay. Now, well, I think, do you take the risk in trying to sneak behind the 9, or do you take evasive action to avoid it? I think he's taking evasive action to avoid it and make sure. Well, that's a terrible
that's not
shot.
Wonderful, is it?
That is terrible, Tommy. There's absolutely no excuse for that. He never delivered the cue. That's terrible.
I mean, he can bank this. I mean, it does bank, but unless you're used to this bank, it's pretty tricky. The 9 ball's going to throw a lot, so you have to, you have to play for it to turn over a lot. Most people miss this on the long side.
Well, he's trying every pocket in the table. I think he's just trying his luck.
He's going to cut it down the rail. Here we go. This will go.
He's going to have to blast this 100 miles an hour to get any impetus in this 9 ball.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear.
That was close.
Wow, what a shot. What a shot.
And a little of excitement.
Oh, that's a great shot. But you don't want to be there too often, Tommy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you don't want to have to be making those great shots.
Good
Simple as
afternoon
best.
to Hair Pig.
I just remember when you go in the pool room and you see a guy running out a lot of racks and he's never doing anything fancy, that's a guy you don't want to play. I tell you right now, don't play that guy.
Well, Tommy's break, of course, dry. But, in fact, these balls are actually sitting pretty good, I think. Whoever gets this 1 ball,
he's going to have to play safe here. I think he's going to play off the left side. Yeah. And that's pretty good speed.
Oh, he's got cover.
Yeah, that's a nice play there.
Yeah.
So this one you can't really soft kick it because you don't have a way to get the 1 by the 8. So you're going to have to hit this with a little speed, try to separate them. He's going to soft kick it. And that was the problem, soft kicking it. There's very few ways that could come out good with a soft kick.
Well, the pot is on. And the table is very good if he can get himself good on this too. The only one that's just a wee bit fiddly would be the 5 ball, but the 4 ball's right in the sort of middle of the table.
Yeah, well, right now he's got to worry about the 2.
5.
And that was very well played there.
Yeah, he's short of the 2.
Yeah, he's...
Now, is he going to fizz into the cue ball here to avoid colliding with the 10 ball and all of that stuff?
I like going to the end rail and coming down the long rail between the 6 and 7. Now, to do that, you have to put a little bit of right English on it because you're going to get left English on it from the shot. You don't want it to open up or it won't slide past the 6.
Well, he's avoiding the 10.
Well, he's going on the short side of him, and that's fine, too.
Well,
very good shot.
He's not hampered by the 6, so it's okay so far.
Well, very good shot. That was probably better than a shot I came up with because I think it's easier to control the cue ball on that. You just put more spin on it. You can't.
Well, now he's in trouble. He's got this.
No, this is fine.
Well,
he's just going to roll this down. Oh, you just follow the ball down. All he's got to do is follow the cue ball down.
Yeah, but you see, look at where the angle's going to try and squeeze it past this 5.
He's
now
fine.
He's straightened up again.
He's fine. He's gonna go straight down there and shoot the 5.
And that was the worry. That was the worry.
Yeah, I mean, look where the cue ball is. He had more room. He just didn't. He played he was a little too afraid of putting it on the 8, I think.
Well, another. I mean, that must be four opportunities really now. Because you could add those 4 onto Tommy's total if they were outs. He'd only be a couple of racks behind, but
That's pretty amazing. I mean, we've played 10 games, and I haven't seen Cobra do anything that I would really consider terribly wrong. I mean, he's really played well. Good decisions.
Albie's arrived and types in, come back is on. Well, there only is a 2-second delay in the stream, Albie. But there's certainly no comeback on here unless what the hell happened to Cobra? How's Tommy back at the table? I've just looked at the stream and Tommy's back at the table.
Well, you just saw Cobra shot
Cobra
that 4 ball and hit the 5.
I thought
that was Cobra.
I thought that was Tommy. That's where I'm confused. Well, anyway, Tommy won't be cared as long as he can cut this and give a shot in the 9. Oh dear, commentator's curse. He overcut it by a mile.
Tommy's really, really struggling, and Cobra's playing near perfect. It's a bad combination.
Anyway, welcome to Albinario.
So I like the 2-rail, put the 8 ball on the end rail, middle diamond here. He can't get cover on the cue ball, but he can get the...
Yeah, playing it like a bank, yeah.
He's going to go there. You know, this isn't a bad shot. If this ball goes, I thought it was a little too tight, but if it goes, this is actually a pretty good shot to shoot it because the cue ball is going to go to the end rail. Yeah, he didn't hit that hard enough.
Well, this is a shot. I mean, the shot is there to get to this 9 ball, but you've got to be 100% committed to it. You can't go half measure for this. You got to get the...
Yeah, I think Cobra might have been able to make that 8 ball if he hit it harder. Yep, that's a nice shot.
Where's the cue ball going?
He's actually hit it too good.
Yeah, just a little overhit. So you could play a 2-way shot with the bank maybe. You could just play safe. He's going to go ahead and bank it to that. So there's no safety here. This is either make it or lose. The other pocket, you maybe could play safe. This pocket, no.
It's not getting there.
And,
his luck.
Yeah, and that's a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, with long rail banks, I prefer shooting the ones where you can either play a safe at the same time or you can get a hook, or you're going to leave, like, you know, the object ball near the side pocket, not where there's a good shot and a ridiculous cut angle, something really tough.
Right, well, we'll give Cobra this 10 ball. Let's have a quick drop in. It's 2 apiece in the one loss side match between who the hell's playing again in that match? Wink at Me and Matt. They're in a race to 13. That's live on Slim's Twitch channel at the moment. And we'll get back to this one. We're into rack number, 12? And it's 9-2.
And watch out.
6 balls gone.
Well, that's
Cue
the
ball's
first time
gone this time.
He lost the cue ball there. He's been real dead on with his cue ball. That time he lost a little to the left.
Well, this is
That's the first break he's hit that wasn't good.
Another test of cue ball control here for Tommy.
I will say this, if you're going to break where you're leaving a cue ball dead in the center of the table, not trying to pull it back past the sides, but leaving it right in the center, those side pockets are really in play if you hit off center on the head ball at all. And that's what happened that time. He just hit a little off center.
Well, this isn't actually ideal either. He's too close to the rail. He's going to have to jack up. And yeah, you see what happened? You don't get them on that line. They're not going to go in. You start rattling jaws. He ain't going in. And all because he's stuck to the rail.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy's just really suffering here.
So let that be a lesson to anybody who's still in this tournament. For goodness sake, make an effort and get yourself online in a room for at least half an hour and knock some balls around in a 10-footer. It's never good. Or you could end up with scores like this. And Cobra's
Well, if Cobra keeps playing the way he's playing, this is going to go down as, I'm not going to say it's the best match I've ever seen played on VP, but it might be the smartest. I mean, he really hadn't done anything wrong. He's made a couple execution mistakes here or there, but his decision making's been spot on.
Yeah, he's going to be in double figures, and it is about trying to get a bit of respectability in this, Tommy. And it might even be hard to get that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's tough playing against a player like Cobra that is making good decisions and controlling the table, really, other than a couple execution mistakes. Tommy's had very few chances.
Oh, that was the thing I meant to do. Hang on a minute. Oh no, I can't do it now because I've got Slim live. I was going to. Who did Tommyy beat to get to this match with Cobra? Anybody remember? I don't want to go back to look at the bracket. I want to keep Slim's stream in the background. I don't know whether I streamed a match or not. If I did, I'm never going to remember it. I can't for the life of me think who Tommyy beat to get here.
All right, so this will be interesting. He hasn't had to push out, so let's see what he does for a push out. He typically has trouble with the shot. I would be pushing to some kind of kick shot here. I might even kick it to one right now. I don't particularly like to kick, but I'd probably push to a kick I like better than this one. But it's not a terrible ball to kick at. It's hard to get cover. It's hard to get the cue ball over like to the 7 on this kick shot. So he's going to push, and he is pushing a kick shot. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, he's going to be in again. He'll be in again right
He'll
now.
be in again, but you're going to be in again. So you're pushing to a kick shot that you like, where you feel like you can kick safe. And he can kick this ball up table, and he's going to, he kicks this ball ideally, towards the 2 or even to the right of the 2. He's going to call the 10 just in case. He shouldn't be trying to make the 10. He should be trying to hit the 1 ball past the 10. Or, you could try going on top of it, although I don't like that shot. Yep, like that. And that was actually very well executed. He didn't come out with anything. I mean, it was tricky. There may have been a place he could push where the kick was better, but the idea of how he shot that was pretty good.
What are they playing at the moment? Robbie and Power Slam. I think Robbie was on last night saying that they were trying to arrange the match last night. Because I haven't looked at the schedule since earlier this afternoon. Well, is Tommyy going to try and get out of here? I mean, he is going to try, but he's going to have to deal with that 4-6 combo.
Well, I'll say this, Hogger. I mean, when you start comparing to real life with tables, that's one of the places where tables vary quite a bit as far as how much they're going to reverse and speed dependent and stuff. You can look up shots for reference hitting these 2-rail banks where he's getting them reverse back like 8 inches. But not all tables will do that. So it varies a lot.
Well, that's going to come out behind a 5. He's going to have a shot. Going to be too straight on it though. Absolutely bolt straight, I think. Let's have a look. No, he's got a slight angle. He's okay. You just want to drop above that 5 ball, play it into the corner, but you want a line to come down to the 7, and that is absolutely terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. See, I don't think he'd ever have done that if he'd been in and got a warm up.
I don't know. Again, when you get in these matches where you don't get very many chances, it can be. You can get shell shocked, like what is going on?
He needs to get cover, and he's got it.
That's a pretty good shot. Yeah, that was a nice play there. So, on this shot, you really want to just try to kick this ball down to the end rail. I mean, there's not really going to be any cover, and that's a pretty good shot.
This looks
That's
good
an
to
excellent
me.
shot.
I mean, you can
I
see an
mean,
edge, obviously, but I mean, he's
though-
you know, he could
yeah,
be in trouble himself in a minute
he
if
will.
Tommy gets this right.
But the way he hit that, he had a chance to get cover, and even if he didn't, he wasn't going to
Mhm.
sell out. I mean,
Yeah.
that was well played.
It still means he's forced Tommy into having to play a shot. Yeah. And that's always good, as long as you're forcing your opponent to play another shot. And he's going to leave an edge here. He's going to be in trouble. He's going to be in trouble in a minute. Poor
He's
Tommy.
going to be in trouble for sure here.
Oh dear.
Oh, now Albin, that's just playing mean. Larry sent Tommy his trackpad.
That's not a bad effort.
Yeah,
Unlucky
except for
though.
that part of it. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he put English on that or not, but if he didn't, he needed it.
Well, this is another.
I'm sure he hit the 5 a touch thicker than he meant.
As soft as he could, but he still, you know, his cue ball still leaked away. Oh, yeah, it's a struggle for Tommy.
If you can't get it to stop, you almost got to consider playing safe there.
And that's
he's
not
trying
going
to
to be any
play
good.
safe here, and he's not going to get it. Or maybe he's trying to bank. Maybe he's trying to two-way. Whatever he was doing, it didn't work.
Well, he didn't call the bank, so he was trying to get it safe. And this 8 ball's a wee bit tricky.
Well, you just bring the cue ball back down where it is.
Yeah, you
shoot it in the side pocket. The other thing is you can try to bring it down off the end rail for the other side pocket.
Oh, no, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. He's going to be...
And he's kind of, he was on the line to go for the other side pocket, but now he's
going to be nailing him. Now, this is another test. It's another test to execute this shot right. Now, twice he's already failed to get to a rail, remember?
Yeah, this one isn't very speed sensitive, but it is very line sensitive. You got to hit this line pretty exact to get it to roll on the 10. Oh, he's going for the 9. That maybe is a smarter choice than the 10.
That'll do it.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of you cowboy players are probably used to that. Isn't that a cowboy
easy.
shot?
Yeah, that's your force follow. They're easy on that line.
And that's going to be 11-2.
Right, so time for a quick drop in and see how things are going there. 4-3 to Matt, so that looks as if that's going to run pretty close at the moment. My main concern is whether Wink at Me is going to be on the ball enough to stay with Matt. He's got a chance right now, and if this is a tough one, this 5 to the 6, got to watch the side pocket here. This side pocket is like a gaping chasm, and he's got to get some dig to get out of there. Oh no, he's trying to be cute. That ain't gonna work. So there you go. He's blown it. He had to play the brave shot and risk the scratch. What's happened here? What the hell's happened here?
That was a brain fart there.
Well, I can't be blamed for it because I was watching the Wink at Me match, so don't blame me for that.
Oh, he just that's he has made some execution mistakes, and that was a bad one. That's a 2-game swing on that.
Well, there we go. Tommy's on 3. Cobra says, I seem to be in a rush. Well, it's good that he's actually telling himself that.
Yeah, I don't know if he rushed that or what, but he definitely wasn't ready when he hit it. It's funny about that because you can play fast and be ready to hit everything, and you can play slow and never be ready to hit anything. I mean, it's a funny thing about pool, whether you're really ready to hit the shot or not. And obviously, he wasn't there.
Tommy getting the usual response after his pinching that rack, gets nothing.
Yeah, well, the 4 ball is going to be an issue. So you're definitely going to have to get above the 3 ball. And, I think you could actually maybe play the 4 ball right now. I think he could have played the 4 ball right then. He could have shot the 4 ball. I think it was dead. He could have shot the 1 into the 8 and made the 4. Did you realize that, Hugh? 4 ball was dead.
Well, you think it's dead? I think it's dead to the point. I
No,
think
it's going to throw. Those balls are close together. It would throw.
Anyway, was Cobra such a bad shot that ended up good, or was he playing the hook? We'll give him the benefit
It
of
was
the
no. It was such a bad shot. It ended up good. There's no doubt that that was. And well, let's see what he does here.
Well, this is dead set, this combo, but
Well,
where's the
he
cue
could
ball
play
going to go
safe.
here?
He could just play safe here.
I
Bump
think
the
he's-
1 behind the 4 and roll up behind the 4-9.
I think he's not going to call the 10, and he's just going to try and use that 4-9 here and use the 10 as a stopper.
I think that's a smart play because it's just too hard to get position.
Yeah, I mean, you've no idea where this is going to end
Well,
up.
you could try to run into the 8, or you could try to run into the 4, but it makes the combo tougher potentially.
Yeah, that's a shot.
See, that's the problem. Is that you can't. What happened?
He didn't call the 10.
Yeah. See, that's the problem with shooting that. He should have tried to knock the 1 to the end rail behind the 10.
It was all good in principle, but when you play it dead set, see, the thing is that he could have hit that. He must have been able to hit that slightly offline, so he wouldn't make the combo, but he could still get the length of the cue ball.
You had to try to hit the 4 or the 8.
That was almost good.
I think he was trying to hit the 4 and failed.
Well, there's a good opportunity to have a go at 3 fouls here, Tommy, because the run out's not that good. Let's be honest, the 4 balls tied up there with the 9, 3 balls down this end of the table or middle of the table. I'd be ducking and diving here.
Knock the 1 ball to the other end of the table and put the cue ball on the 4, and you got the 6 and 7 down there. Maybe you'll get an easy safe.
Why is he potting the 1 ball? That's what I'm asking. What's he intending to do here? Is he going to try and get crazy and break out this 4 and get lucky in the 3 or something? What the hell is he doing?
You can always run balls and then play safe, although I don't think that's what he's doing. But you can run balls and then play safe.
Yeah, I mean,
the guy's still on a foul.
He may well be running through to nail this cue ball to the 9. That's the obvious thing he's going to do. But that 8 ball's in the way, so he needs to punch that up the table. Well, this is no good. This is terrible. I mean, I don't understand what the hell's going on.
I don't know whether he's trying to bump the 9 out and shoot the 4 or what he was doing, but I agree with you. He should have tried to go behind it.
It was doomed to failure.
Yeah, the 8 ball wasn't that big a problem. As long as you hit on the left side of it, the 4 ball was going up table.
No, he needs a roll. I don't think he's getting it.
He's not.
Now, this is going to be hampered a wee bit, is it? No, I don't think
not
so.
really.
No. Right, so...
Yeah, and this should go by the 8 ball, even with enough speed to get out to shoot the 5 in the side, although he may just opt to shoot the 5 in the corner.
I think he might be trying to come down the bottom half to play this 5 in the side. It makes it a lot easier to get in the 6. I think that's probably what he's going to do.
Well, the only reason why you might not want to do that is because running into the 8. Well, he decided to play a stun and bump the 8, and I think... again, he tried to get real fat on the 4, and it was too fat.
Maybe that's why the 4 ended up looking a really bad shot. But as you said, he was playing to stay top side for that 5.
Yeah, I think I would have hit it easy. I think it would have gone by the 8 if you hit it easy, and then played the 5 in the corner.
You see how tough these cut angle pots are in this 10-foot table. Tommy's really struggling tonight.
Well, you got to practice on this 10-footer because the visual is definitely a lot different. I think that's one of the places that VP is difficult. Is you got to get used to the visual. Like in real life, going from a 9-footer to 10-footer isn't that hard. At least I've never found it to be hard. But in VP, I think it's harder to see the angle, at least on a 2-dimensional screen.
Well,
Apple Vision Pro, maybe not so much.
Well, we'll give Tommy a target of 5 to start with, if he can get to 5.
Cobra's just sort of, I don't know. He's got a little goofy. I think he kind of got up and relaxed, and
Yeah, you see,
he dogged the ball, and then he made a
that's
play
the thing,
mistake.
you know, about the race to 17. When you start building up that lead, then it's probably very easy to get distracted one way or another, or sort of just lose your train of thought, and that focus sort of goes a little bit. You've got to stay on it.
Airpig, you need to get yourself an Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, you need to get yourself a bank loan as well, I think.
You might need it for that.
Where's the cue ball going?
Although I will say an Apple Vision Pro aiming's a little tricky just because of, you know, it's a little hard to get down on the shot the same way you do in real life. You can't put your hand on the table.
Right, so Cobra, very comfortable lead.
They're about $4,000, Hogger. I mean, Apple's not selling any, hardly even anymore. Most of the people that bought them are developers. I think it was more of a, we're going to get a bunch of developers going on this thing and figure out how to make it cheaper kind of move. But I think they're going to stop production of them because they're so freaking expensive.
Now I've found a way to stop that pop-up thing happening on the screen. You put the little snooker cue over the cross at the top of the screen, and then you can see the HUD. I didn't know that, but there's something I found out. And Wink at Me's missed the 5. He's trailing by 1 rack. So
that's going to be 2 racks here in a second. Well, let's see what Cobra does here. So he's playing the little safe onto the 10, and he got there. Yeah, this is tough. You can play the dink safe on the 1. It's always visually more difficult when the cue ball is close to the rail and the object ball is not. That's what he's trying, and he fouled.
no, I think he got that clean.
No,
yeah.
He fouled.
No, not according to my screen.
Really? Did he get to the rail?
He got it clean. Yeah.
I didn't think the 1 ball went to the rail.
Yeah, well, Cobra's in and calling the shot, so he's not got ball in hand.
Yeah.
And he'll be happy with the result of that as well.
Yeah, that's very good. He's got an edge, but I'm not sure that does him a whole lot of good.
Well, it does if he wants to cut this to the left long rail and send it to the short rail and duck for cover up table. I think he's got a good shot to do that.
I thought the only shot he had was to bring the cue ball back down to where the 9 ball was.
Yeah, well, that's not good.
He would have had to hit a lot thinner.
Going to be ducking behind the 6 ball here.
Yeah, this is... Well,
6 and 5.
Yeah, this... Okay, he came up a little short on that. It was the right idea. He needed to hit a little harder, but very good play.
Is the 7 ball in the way in the line of this 1 ball that side? I think it is.
Yeah, you'd have to do something with the cue ball. And there's a ball in hand situation, and this is where Cobra needs to just run out like he was before. This should be like almost automatic for him.
I'll quick look at let me just reset that again. Hang on. Right, no problem with the 4 ball. It goes. So the tricky one is getting out of there off the 4 ball down onto the 5. That's the one that's going to make or break the rack.
Hey, Paul's here. Hi, Paul.
Oh, Paul, it's what is it? Breakfast time where you are. It's a crazy time. I know it is. Good morning and welcome. You're into Tuesday morning now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's Tuesday morning where he is.
Well, he's played that pretty good. Pretty much on the money.
I'd say that's excellent.
That's exactly where you want to be. Well, remember you said a while ago, Steve, this could be a 17-2, 17 whatever. You might be actually you might actually be hitting a mark.
Really, Cobra's just made a few execution mistakes. Other than that, he's really played well, and he's going to be tough to beat in this tournament.
Another example there, even that shot there, most people watching this probably ignored it, but that little stun controlled draw shot, if you can perfect that comfortably, then your movement of the cue ball in instances like that is a lot more reliable. It's just a simple shot, but most people dig the cue down too low and overhit it and get too much draw on it and lose shape. Cobra's running away with this right now.
Yeah, when you get to the point where all you got to do is clean up some execution errors, you're going to be formidable, because cleaning up those errors is just, it's working on consistency. It's mostly mental. And if you can get to the point where those are gone, then, you're going to play as good as anybody.
Right, let's see what he's doing here. He's jacking up.
Yeah.
That's...
Another good cue ball, but I don't think he's making a ball.
Well, I don't think Tommyy is either. I think he should be ducking for cover here.
I think his percentage on the break has been pretty good. I mean, Cobra's had a lot of breaks where he made balls.
He's gone for the pot.
Tommyy shoots it, and I think he's okay here. Good shot.
Now, this has got to get spun in sharpish, I would suggest. Now, he's checking it the other way. That'll work, as long as you don't nail yourself to the rail like that. But the four ball's handy. Now, again, this four ball, I would want to stay quite high on this, like that.
Yeah.
That to me is perfect, because he can come down in the short side with this line.
Yeah. Now, on this shot, I always go to the long rail before the side pocket.
Yeah, like that. That looks, he's overhit it a wee bit. He's overhit it, Pat.
Yeah, he definitely overhit it. So.
Had the right idea, though.
I think he'll probably shoot at this. I mean, at this point, I think he's yeah. At some point, some frustration starts setting in. I mean, pool is so difficult because, he plays that table pretty good and just ends up rolling a few inches too far, and it's tough. What?
Right, so just Cobra completing the formalities in this rack by the look of it. I mean, I can't see where this is going to end up in trouble. He's inside the 7 ball. That's perfect just to hold on the line for this 8 ball. I don't know whether he'll tweak this. He's putting a wee bit on it, is he? Yeah, just to make sure it's going forward, but he's fine. Is he too straight though? Yeah, he would have liked more angle than that. He's just got to draw back. So,
yeah. Well, Paul, nobody wants to see a blowout. That was the problem.
Let's see what's happening here. And wink at me. Well, Matt has pulled away. He had a 3 rack lead there. Wink at me's just got back to 7-5. So Matt's threatening to get away from him.
He's got a ball. Excellent cue ball.
That was another good break from Cobra.
Yep. And let's see. So you got your choice here. You can bank this, which is what I would do. And the reason why is because you can get position on the 2 in that side without moving it. If you cut this, you're going to bump the 2 and it's going to head towards those other balls. Yeah. I would bank this every time. It's an easy bank shot. Well, he's figured out a way to make it work. He hit it with speed and he's come out good. Maybe that was a good idea because he might have got rid of his other trouble. That might have been a brilliant shot.
Right, so 5 ball's the next ball.
Yeah, I think you'll probably want to play the combo, 5-6 combo. It's just sitting not so good to make the 5. And that's very well done. He's got a very good angle. So now you just got to decide where you're going to play the 5 ball.
I think he might be hitting this fairly firm because he wants that 5 ball to come out of there anywhere into the table. I don't think he's going to try to be too cute here.
I might try to play it up by the corner pocket where his cue stick is now. Hit it that hard and make it go up towards that pocket.
Yeah, he's just getting it running so that it's out into the table somewhere. I mean, that's not great, but it's in fact
it's okay.
It's still a pot, but he's going to have to work this cue ball.
What you got to watch out for is a scratch, because he's going to play to the short side of the 7. So you're going to spin this up and go in between the 10 and the 8, and you just got to not scratch. Well, he didn't get past the 10.
Yeah.
So
another tricky safety here.
Yeah, I think he hit that a little too hard. You hit that a little easier and the spin takes more. Well, this is a tough safe here where that's sitting.
Well, looking at where it is, I mean, it's not on the rail. Why doesn't he just play the bank?
He might.
I mean, he can play the bank into this bottom left corner and run the cue ball out onto the 8. He's going the other way. He's trying to.
He's looking like he's playing safe.
Now that's perfect.
That's
apart
a pretty
from the
good
fact he might have left a billiard. I don't know whether he has. Maybe not.
Yeah. The problem with the bank shot was either make it or sell out. So Tommy's going to play the billiard. But that was a pretty good shot by Cobra.
I'm not convinced this is good. I think the 7 ball's too far below the 10, but he's got it. What do I know? How's his luck though? No good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that kind of shot. There's going to be some out of control balls. I mean, that's all the way it is.
Well, I suppose the good thing is the 10 ball didn't come up and hook him.
Yeah, didn't spot on it. So this is a pretty natural get in shape on this 8. You just got to make this bank shot.
Well, it's not an all or nothing shot because it's not as if he's threatening to do any great damage here, and he's just going to win another rack. But it's gone in. Fair play to him. And now, this is the big one. It's 1, 2, 3 rails at least to get onto this 9. Loads of room to get there, though.
I think it's 3. 3 is a nice number here.
Got to judge the weight, and this is what's catching people out. This looks good, though. I like it. I like it. That's perfect. I mean, perfect because you've got nothing really to do. All you don't want to do is get too good with the cue ball and nail it into that side pocket if you start getting a hold of it too much. So I think he's going to plan B here, looking at the way he's playing the cue ball.
Yeah, this is just a touch of right English, not a lot.
Watch.
This is a hard ball to scratch on the side pocket on.
Yeah, if he's trying to see if he's starting to dig in and hold the cue ball, so he's letting it run, but he's missed the pot. And I think really he was in two minds what to do there, because
he took a long time on it.
I think he wanted to get a hold of the cue ball, but then what was worrying him was stunning it or holding it and it dragging into that side pocket.
Yeah, when things go wrong playing pool, it can be awful.
Well, Cobra moves ever closer.
I like what Cobra's trying to do. He's trying to play the right way. He's trying not to make mistakes. He's making some of them, but if you play real loose, then when you do get in a match where you try not to make mistakes, you're not used to it. He's trying to play the right way, which is what you really want to do all the time.
Well,
and I think that's going to really benefit him in the long run in this tournament.
I'm going to jinx him here straight away because this is probably the best looking rack as a follow-up rack that we've seen for a long while. He's got a ball and he's got a shot, and this table is at his mercy. And as far as I can see, it's all about getting good on the 5.
He'll just come straight across here, and it's pretty automatic getting on the 5-2 rails. This is just a little two-railer, and
Now,
you're going to have a nice angle on the 5 to go
I
forward to the
think
end
he's
rail and
just
shoot the
going to.
6 in the corner.
I think he's just got to be careful about that 6 ball if he's going to take that line.
Yeah, I like that line. He may decide to hold it.
I think he'll be worried about that 6 ball. I think
You know
that's the
what?
thing that's playing in his
I
mind.
think if you can run the cue ball on good lines, you're not going to be worried about it.
Yeah, he's going to come out clean. That'll do it.
So he's got a nice little angle. So he's got his choice. At this angle, he may just come down and shoot it in the side. I would, because he can just go straight top on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got all that open space in the middle of the table. There's absolutely no reason he shouldn't be. Well, he is going to stay below, but anyway, whatever.
Well, he decides to play the other shot. I wonder if he was deciding that before he ever even shot the 4 ball. He might have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know that one of the mistakes that I make is I'll kind of decide on a pattern
and then changing your mind midway through.
No, then I don't change my mind. Whereas like that came out straight enough on the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I would have thought to do a mind change and go straight off the end rail and not the original plan. And I don't know if that's what happened to him or he just liked it better that way or what.
Right, well, I'm giving him these 2 balls, so we'll have a quick jump into the match with Matt and Wink at Me, and Matt has regained a 3-rack lead here. The main concern, if you're Wink at Me, is that racks are running out in that match. How's that went? Oh, because my Q-tip thing's missing.
Well, now it's 15-3, Cobra.
Yeah, this is going to be all over pretty quickly. This match is, well, just going 51 minutes old. Well, that's probably a good habit to have in pretty much every game you play if you can. You don't want to move the cue ball a great deal. I mean,
Another good break.
The less you're moving the cue ball around the table, the less likely things are going to go wrong.
Yeah, there's a time to run the cue ball and a time not to. I think.
Yeah, of course, but
I think in general, less cue ball movement's better. But there's times where it's just so natural to get it on a good line running it that's what you end up wanting to do.
Well, Cobra made the mistake, then Tommyy can't get the one in the hole.
Oh, sorry, Hugger, I didn't see the question. If Cobra played like this in real life, could I beat him? Yes, I could, but I would be the underdog. So, in other words, I'd have to play at that level where I just hardly made mistakes, and I can do that. I just don't do it that often, which is why when I play in tournaments with a lot of pros, I don't, I'm not going to win them because the most pros I've ever beaten a tournament is 2, because I can't keep playing at that level. So if Cobra played at that level, I might beat him a couple times out of 10. He's playing at a pretty high level.
Now that is Popman who's went into. Well, he's just left the room. I don't know how long he was in the room, but that was Popman that was online there. VP Monster is online. Shibo is online.
Well, he may take a jump at this one. He's just got the edge of the ball. I think he's going to jump this. He could kick at it. I mean, he's got a chance to get safe with the 5 and 10 there. I think a lot of it depends on how confident he is jumping with the play cue. If he's not, he is going to jump it. So, I mean, this is a shot you should practice with your play cue, because this comes up and, you don't have to get the ball up that much to jump this. Oh, he's not. He's playing safe.
No, he actually tried to play. He called the billiard off the 6 ball. That's what he was trying.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Okay.
And he scratched. So Tommy's got a chance to get ever closer to that mark that I gave him. He's trying to get to at least 5. Well, this is going to go wrong if he's not committed 100% here. He could end up hooking himself behind the tent. He's made sure he's not interfering with it.
Hogger, I have one to break and broke and ran out the set. I mean, I've done stuff like that. Well, you're going to win every time like that. I've played a lot of matches where I didn't miss a ball. I played in a tournament in Augusta once where I played 5 matches without missing a ball. So I can play like that, but that's not my normal.
Well, this 8-ball really shouldn't be any issue. The cue ball's going in the right direction for the 9. You just don't want to be letting it leak straight onto a rail though like that. I mean, that's not good.
Yeah, that's he's going to be taking a long shot. Of course, you know, with VP or real life or any of these kind of games, you got to play a lot. You know, I never play pool. I played 1 tournament last year, the whole year. So it's, you know, it's hard to play well when you don't play. And it's the same thing in VP. You don't play VP much, you're going to come in here and I don't think you're going to play very well.
Well, he's got to 4. And 9 ball's going to get there.
Yep, he's got a ball in
and
he's got a reasonable safety here. 1 ball straight down the table. Use the 4 ball. See if he plays that.
1 ball goes past the 8. It does pot.
Oh, it does pot? Well, he could shoot it. Well, he just didn't hit it hard enough. I mean,
that is not good, Tommy.
You need to hit that a little harder with a little bit of check right on it.
Well,
yeah, if you watch what pros do in that situation, they would almost always play safe there. I mean, it's not that they can't shoot at balls like that. It's what they're going to do is they're going to look at the safety and they're going to look at the shot and say, which of these gives me a better chance of winning this game? That's the decision. It's not whether or not you can do one or the other as much as which one gives me the best chance of winning the game.
Well, Cobra's he's got a very slight angle.
Yeah, he'll just roll this and shoot the 4 on the side. I think he's a little too low on it. That's not where he wants to be. Well, I think he's going corner now. He's aiming like he's shooting the side. I think he needs to shoot this in the corner.
This cue ball wants to bump that 6 ball up top, does it not?
Yeah. No, it'll go wide of it, but well, I think he just want to jack up and stun this, shoot it in the corner. You could even roll this in the corner because, you know, he just needs a cut on the 5.
Yeah, I think the cut in the 5 wouldn't be bad. I mean, I think that's, he's going to take your advice. He's just going to roll this sort of dead weight into the corner. Well, he's not. He's
now he's deciding to stun it. Yeah.
And that'll work.
Yeah, I mean, I would have rather had more angle, but he's okay. He's just going to open this up with some left spin.
Well, he's going to be in the hill. It's going to be a little bit of a bedhead cut, not quite. That doesn't come into the bedhead cut category. That one is too open an angle.
See, he could have had this shot on the 5, and then it was
Watch the 10. He's
not
fine.
Going to really matter. He's gonna get out anyways.
Well, this is the sort of match Cobra would like for a round 3 match. A pretty comfortable match. Not only that, though, the fact that his game was pretty much solid all the way through.
Well, the encouraging thing for him is that he's playing really smart. I mean, you're always going to make some execution mistakes. Well, not always, but almost always. Nobody's ever going to play perfect, except maybe once in a great while. But you can always make good decisions. It's a lot easier to be a player that makes all good decisions than it is to be a player that never misses. Never missing's tough. Making good decisions, I'm not saying it's easy, but you can learn to play that game and then be pretty consistent with it.
Got the stop again while it's being bumped to the 10. I think he's right though. Did anything go? With 2 balls going, it's thinking about it. Yeah.
Oh, it did.
No
Well,
shot.
safety time.
Oh, look at
Let's
this
see.
cluster of balls to hide behind up table.
Yeah, let's see whether he can get it behind him. This is a little tricky.
Now, do you play this? Do you play to miss the 10 and go to the other long rail?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, like
and
that.
you got to hit it with some speed. The problem was it was difficult to get the angle to get behind him, but he played it at the right speed so he get the one ball all the way to the end rail.
Tommy's just decided,
like it's a hanger.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Might as well. If you're going to go down fighting. Just go for them. Just play like a stub, except you get them in the hole. He's going to get second prize here, I think.
Yeah, well, what's happened is we've seen a lot of players improve, and Stubb wasn't one of them. At one point, I thought Stubb was going to improve, but he's
Stubb. I'll tell you, you watched that last match, Steve. He's gone backwards in a big way. He really has. I mean, and I mean, this is just the ironic thing. This is his idea that he wanted to play a tournament at a 10-foot table. He'd been moaning about it for years. And when he gets it, he doesn't put in any time or effort to familiarise himself with it.
He's got a chance to get safe here. This is a good situation for getting safe.
Well, this is half ball either way, is it?
I'm not hitting at that speed, though.
He got it full. He might still be getting
second
prize.
Lucky anyways.
Yeah. Oh, no, he hasn't. This cuts.
But, I can guarantee you that Cobra's an anal person. I'm not saying that as a negative. I think to be a really good pool player, you have to be anal. You have to be a real detail-oriented person
That's your
to get really good.
Look at that for a safety.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. And he's got that kind of mentality. He pays a lot of attention to the details.
Well, Tommy's target of 5 is still on. He might be getting a go here. And he will do it. Now, can he get himself decent on this 5 ball?
Well, he's got a ball in hand. He should be able to.
I'll still say it. Can he get himself decent on the 5 ball? And nothing's reliable, Steve.
The best shot is actually shooting this on the side and rolling forward. Because that's more reliable than what he played.
Well, that'll work. And he can just drop through the back end of the 7. Nice little angle in the 6 onto the 7. Where's this going to go wrong? All good so far. He's threatening to reach his target of 5.
Yeah, I think he will here.
Right. Now, well, the risk of jinxing him, I'm going to give him this rack, and well, we'll see the 8 ball first. Right. Right, we'll give him that. He can't miss that 10 ball. Let's have a look and see how things are going here. Well, it looks as if Matt's getting to double figures. He's going to be 3 away. He's running away from Wink at Me now. What's happened here? Has this crashed? Well, that was weird. Anyway, it's 10-5.
Yeah, Tommy breaking, and he needs to make a ball. And he has. And it looks like he's going to have a shot.
Well, that's his best break of the night right there.
That's a wonderful
Look
break.
at this for a table. I mean, now, I think the only concern I would have here is that 8 ball and where the 6 ball is. Now, that 8 ball it's got half a pocket.
Yeah, but you can just slide across and shoot it in the other corner.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is not where you wanted to put the cue ball to be able to slide across on the 6. I mean, that's not what you wanted.
Now, is he going to run down onto the short rail and come out and leave that cut angle? Yes, he is, because he had to.
Yeah.
It's a bit more than he wants.
Well, it's not that as much as he's not close enough to the 6
No, he's
ball.
not close, yeah.
He's going to have to go forward here. If he was closer, he could just stun across. From here, you got to go forward. And the forward shot's a little trickier to control the speed on.
Might have it into the side. Or has he gone too far for that as well? No, he's fine.
He may have been playing that.
That'll do. Oh, he's overdone it. He's overdone
Oh, boy.
it. Yeah. And it's...
Well, I think
again,
the fat lady's in...
it's all over,
It's the end of the opera here.
It is all over. After 1 hour and 4 minutes and counting, a very solid victory, shall we say, for Cobra.
Well, Hugh, I've officially become a Cobra fan. I really like how he played this match.
You mean you never liked him previously?
No, I've always thought he was a really good player, but this is I haven't seen him play making with this kind of decision making. I mean, that was a very well played match.
Yeah, and
kudos to him on that.
That certainly, I mean, the gap in the score reflects the gap between the two players, really, at the end of it. Big gulf in quality there today.
Well, Tommy could have played better and it could have been closer, but he wasn't going to win with Cobra playing that like that.
Right, well, looking at the Matt Wink at Me match, Matt is on 10, Wink at Me's on 6. So they've still got a few racks to go. Wink at Me's not dead and buried, but I think in order for that to go all the way, he's going to need a bit of assistance, and he's need to get down and dirty, I think, as well. What we'll do is we'll have a quick look at this bracket. Oh, I've got to log in again. Oh, dear. Hang on a minute.
You know, there was a problem last night when I put up the new version where it was having problems logging people in, and I fixed it. There is an issue where if you've been on a long time, sometimes it'll lose connection, but there was a problem where it wouldn't log in at all last night.
Oh, I was in bed. It didn't matter to me. Right, where are we? Right, so those two matches are done. Well, pretty much. The next match is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. That's Larry against Rabi.
That should be a good match.
What happened to Rabi's match then? Did his match end up in a forfeit? Because he was waiting to play. So who the hell was he waiting to play? What happened with that match? Let's have a look. He told us the other night that he was trying to make arrangements, and I said to him that as long as he sent a proposal, he'll get put through. Maybe he get advanced. I can't see. Oh, there it is. Right, so... Right, Bankster didn't show. Right, he's right enough. So Bankster didn't show. That's how Rabi got through to play Larry. So all well and good. Right, so back to that schedule.
Where's the cue ball going?
Sorry?
I want to see the match. I want to see the match stats.
Yeah, I'll do that in a sec. Then we'll get that match tomorrow, Larry's match with Rabi. Then we'll get Albinario Spectre on Thursday evening. So let's have a look at the stats for...
Well, Tommy, you know, you played hard. It was just a tough match. Cobra played really well, and you struggled a little, but hang in there.
I blamed it on the fact you couldn't be bothered coming in and getting half an hour's practice, Tommy. Is that got anything to do with it? Let's have a look. Finding him. Why is it still got Cobra up there? Why is that still up there?
Because you didn't select it off of the. You got to click on the Cobra.
Ah, right. Yeah, got it.
Click on there you go.
Right, there we go. Break stats, Cobra 70%. Tommy's was 60%. Tommy actually had the better average balls in the break, but then again he only. So
70% is really good. 60% isn't bad. 60% is kind of averages, I think. 70%, well, 60% is good. It's maybe slightly above average. 70 is really good.
Right, well, that is it for tonight as far as I'm concerned. If you want to catch up with that match with Matt and Wink at Me, it's on Slim's Twitch channel right now. It might not have a long time to go, but it looks as if Matt is he's got that gap, but we've seen that gap can disappear, so it could end up close. That match for those. In fact, let me have a look and see who these guys playing to play. That's what I'm thinking. Where are they? Right, so we've got we've got DJ Simon sitting there waiting on the winner of this match. So I'm going to stick my neck out and say that Simon's maybe overstayed his welcome in the tournament. For this next match, he's going to have to play very good to beat. If Matt's going to go through, he's going to have to play very good, and he would have a better chance if it was Wink at Me to get through. But yeah, Simon needs to be in top form if he's going to go any further in the tournament. Now that Larry match, that Larry match, it's Damon who's waiting for the winner of that one. So everybody's lined up to play somebody one way or another. Apart from now, Coldest Pillow, you still there? What's happening with Stubb? Is he totally ignoring you or what?
I can tell you that. Let me look and see here. Let's see what we got going on with Stubb. Okay, so
I can agree with you, Tommy. The time isn't there.
Robbie Laser, Coldest. Okay, so Coldest Pillow proposed a match on the 8th.
No response.
And so far, nada. So this is the 10th. It's been 2 days, and Stubb's gonna pull this shit, and I don't know. He may want to get tossed out of the tournament, and so he has an excuse. It's hard to say.
I've just sent him a message, get him to respond. Anyway, just to annoy him and wake him up. Right, so very well done to Cobra. Unlucky Tommy.
Yep. Good job, Cobra.
10-foot table's a toughie, especially against a player of the quality of Cobra. So Cobra marches on. Albanario's done his spying mission, and he might have seen a few things to worry about with Cobra, because Cobra was on form.
I thought you said that Albanario was teaching Cobra.
Oh, was he? Is that what Albie said? I never said that. I think Albie said.
Maybe it was a joke. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Anyway, well, that's it, folks. I'm going for an early night tonight. In fact, I might go and watch a bit of that snooker before I go to bed, because there's bound to be a match on. But anyway, thanks to Steve for his company. Thanks to everybody watching.
Thanks you. I'm going back to work. I'm working more.
Right, well, I'm going back to work, but that won't be until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, I'll have a good think about it while I'm sleeping. So take care.
All right. Good night, all.
Good night. See you later, guys.
No pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.